Right, that's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think we transition now. I just wanted to thank you everyone for being here. We are live now. This is the 7th edition of Speak Your Confidence. I'm very happy and very glad to have Diana and Misael joining us to this session. I truly appreciate you guys joining. And give me just a second because I think I'm missing something here. No, I think I'm not. Okay, very good. So, good. Let's just begin. I'm just having a lot of technical issues here. So, I'm just gonna focus on the presentation. Of course, I'm gonna focus on what we are gonna do today. But the thing, or what I'm telling you, or what I want to tell you right now, is that unfortunately we don't have a lot of people. What happened is a lot of participants canceled due to work, due to certain situations. So this is how it's gonna take place. Actually, today the debate is gonna be you guys against me, because you both are on the team against, if I'm not mistaken, right? Misael, Diana, you're on the team against. Okay, so I will have to play the role of the team in favor unless someone joins from the participants who are already scheduled, which apparently they will not. Let me just do a real quick of transition to see if it plays correctly, my camera and everything, because I don't see it's actually playing correctly, but I think it is. Let me see. OBS virtual camera. Oh my god, I look like I'm a new person in here, you know. Okay, Google Meet done. No, it's not showing. Okay, give me a second. Give me just a second, because I'm having a lot of issues here. Okay, I think that one works. This is the one I wanted to have. Okay, which is gonna be here. And then here it's gonna be not the virtual camera. Okay, can you just speak a little to see if I can hear you on the live? And then
Can you hear me?
here it's gonna be not the virtual camera. Okay, can you just speak a little to see if I can hear you on the live?
Hello?
And then
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
I hear you, Diana.
excellent. Yes. Yes. I was just waiting for the live because there's a little delay. Okay, so both of your voices sound on the live stream. I am just gonna change this thing because I'm having an issue here with the thingy here. Let me just open it, because if not, the people who's watching us, which is like 8 million people is watching us. I'm kidding. That's not the amount. It's just like 2 or 3 people. But I will open this new thing so that it actually works better. What is going on? Okay, give me just give me just a second, okay? Because okay, there we go. It's this one. So yes, this one. Okay, but this one will be here, I think, or here. No, it actually doesn't work to be here. So it'll have to be here. Okay. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm so sorry. It's because I'm trying a lot of new things, but I don't know why we cannot see this. Can we? No. What about here? What about here? Okay. Here. Here. Oh, I see why. Okay, so it's gonna be here. Yep. And I don't wanna hold this. I wanna do it like this. And when I change to this one, I will have to rearrange it. Okay, no problem. Okay, very good. So let's just begin. So again, we are now live. It's changing. Good. Thank you so much. Now we can see it. You do see my screen. Yes, you do see my screen. Okay, so let's just begin and focus on the debate. Okay, are you guys ready?
Yes.
Yes, you guys are ready.
Totally.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's the attitude. Okay, so we know that the 7th edition of Speak Your Confidence, it's gonna be about this very, very interesting topic, which is genetically modify humans or any other organisms for medical purposes, such as eliminating hereditary diseases or enhancing desired traits, right? That's the topic. You both were assigned to team against, right? And in this case, I will be the team in favor, okay? So remember, the most important objective of this session or this debate is for you to feel confident speaking about a certain topic in the stance that you were assigned to. We will be divided, of course, into this groups of against and in favor. In this case, it will be only you, and you will have to fight against me, of course. It will take like less time as if it were all the participants, because obviously we will take like shorter in the sense it will take shorter in the sense of how like many people is participating. So obviously it will be 3 minutes each, and then we will have to generate questions in between. I will have to improvise, so that this will be a great test for that. But for you guys both brought your information and your things to talk about, and that's the most important thing. For you to feel afraid of the camera, for you to feel afraid of the conversation, for you to feel that sensation of how you feel. Now, the next thing that I want to do, I just want you to present yourself a little bit, okay? So that Diana, you can get to know Misael, and Misael, you get to know Diana, okay? So, Misael, let's begin with you, and then Diana, we go with you.
Yes, well, I am Misael. I have a good amount of time taking class with Paulo. I don't remember exactly how many months or etc. I am an engineer. I work in Johnson Controls, and well, I will do my best here in this exercise.
Nice to meet you, Misael.
Nice to meet you, Diana.
Well, I'm Diana. I'm 23 years old. I studied biomedical engineer, but I work as a software developer. And I've been taking classes for some months, maybe like 4 or 5 months, I believe.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, that's it on my plate.
We can say presenting or breaking the ice, as it says in here, you know. So that's basically the idea. Oh, give me just a second, because I think I muted myself. We can say, okay, yes, it's not working. Oh my god, there's too much production in here, and I'm failing at it, but okay, perfect. I'm back, and it's because all my team of 100 people that is behind me working on the production is failing. Okay, so let's go with the question, with the would you rather, okay? What is the would you rather? So basically the would you rather, I'm just gonna execute a question and you would have to tell me your answer, okay? Do you want an easy would you rather or a difficult would you rather?
A difficult.
A difficult would you rather. Okay, perfect. A difficult would you rather. Diana, I think you will have to go with the difficult would you rather. Yes?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, perfect. So you said you chose difficult, okay? So the would you rather, it goes like this. So would you rather I think this is the difficult one that we already discussed in class, I think. But yeah, I'm gonna say it to see live what do you say, okay? And you need to give me a little bit of an explanation about it, okay? So would you rather save a family member, a close family member, okay? Or would you save 25 people? Let's go first with you, Diana. Would you rather save a family member or would you rather save 25 people?
That's one.
Mhm.
Honestly, that's not really fair, but yeah, I don't know. That's really a tough one.
I know it
I
is.
think I think maybe it would kind of depending which relative would be, to be honest.
Okay.
Because like 25 people, it's like a huge number. But if it was my mom, then I wouldn't. I couldn't just decide the opposite.
Exactly. Definitely. Okay, that's a good answer. What about you, Misael? Would you rather save your family member? Would you rather save 25 people?
I would rather save a family member. I know that not save the other people is not a good option as well. But if I will have to take a responsibility, depending in what I took, I would rather have the responsibility to save my family member, and also the responsibility to have not saved the other people.
Okay, good.
Mhm.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. I definitely agree with you guys. I know it was a tough one, but that's the purpose. So let's now move on to the next thing. So the next thing is basically, it was the introduction. These were the people who were supposed to participate, but unfortunately, a lot of people canceled. As you can see, 4 people canceled. They were already there. But don't worry, we're here to move forward, and that's it. So let's go with the topic in itself, So I remember, what's the first thing that we need to do in a debate? We need to define, right, certain things. So the topic is this: genetically modify humans or other organisms for medical purposes, such as eliminating hereditary diseases. I basically want to ask you, do you think we need to define something in this sense? Talking about should we define something specific from the topic, or there is no specific need to define something from the topic? Like, we understand what genetically modified humans mean in this sense, modifying any genes from the from people, from the humans. And organisms, let's define organisms as what would you like? Including food or only animals? Yes, Diana?
Maybe it would be good to define the desired traits, because it can be I don't know, like a huge variety.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. We should define desired traits. That's actually a very good one. So okay, let's actually define desired traits. So what should we define desired traits as? Let me actually exit this one so that we can actually put it here. So we are going to define desired traits, right? To see and actually define that specifically. So what would you define as desired traits? Let's give it a thought. What can we define as desired traits?
Well, there has been a lot of talking regarding this subject.
Okay.
About like hair color, skin color, height, those sort of things. I don't know if the desired traits are meant to be like characteristic that you yourself want to be or want your children to be.
Okay. Yes, very good. I think it makes sense, right? To define this as the desired traits, which in this case will be hair color, skin color, height. What else, Misa? Would you add any other desired trait?
No, I think that it's very clear, and those examples shows the meaning of desired traits.
Okay, good. Now, with this, something came to my mind, and since I'm participating in the debate, I think I have the right to mention it as well. I think it will be important to define the word enhance, because what does enhance mean to you?
Mejora.
Okay, mejora. Okay, good. That's a good definition. Una mejora. And Misael, do you agree that enhance means una mejora? Like,
Sí.
Okay.
Improve something. Yes.
to improve something. Okay, very good. To improve something. Okay, so anything else that comes to your mind related to like having like a thought about it, ensuring that we are, I don't know, not leaving anything aside?
It's okay.
It's all good.
So now that we have defined this, we can actually start, and we can definitely begin with the debate. Okay, so against and in favor, obviously I will cede you the opportunity to speak first because I don't have a partner, so I will be by myself. So in this case, I need to let you go first. Let me just make sure I have my notes open, because remember, aside from you guys participating, obviously the purpose here is for me to analyze your expressions, your conversation, the way that you speak. Remember that the purpose of this is, even though I know you may be feeling nervous, I know you may be feeling like a little bit tension in your neck, in your back, because you are speaking in English, don't worry. This is a training ground. This is the playground where you can actually speak however you like, that you can actually put into practice what you do in real life, in real meetings, in real scenarios, at work. And even though 8 million people are watching you right now, that's the pressure to make you feel comfortable at doing this. Remember, control your pace, control your rhythm, speak as exaggerating as you can in the sense of improving your pronunciation, because at the end, that's the most important thing about the speaker conference. It's not the topic, but rather how we communicate. Okay, so let me just set the timer on the screen so that you can actually see it. And how am I gonna do that? Oh, okay, I know how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so let me just give me a couple of seconds so that you can see this, because remember that the time limit is 3 minutes per participant, and I want it to be measured, and I want you to see the time on the screen, because by seeing the time on the screen, it actually adds sort of a little bit of pressure, we can say, in the sense of actually knowing how long can you take on saying something, and that will improve your sensation of, okay, how can I control my expressions? Should I go faster? Should I go slower? and to ensure that everything that you are saying is expressed properly, makes sense, and everything. Okay, give me just 1 second because I don't see the screen where I can actually see the timer. Oh, I think I see it now. It will be here. So this is the screen. And where is the clock? Clock. Oh, I don't see the clock. Why? I didn't think about that. Full screen projector, carry on. No, okay, let me try again. I'm sorry for all these technical issues, but my crew here is just disgusting. My crew is not doing
Don't
things
worry.
as they should. They don't work as I would expect. Yeah, window capture is here. Oh my god. Okay, in the meantime, I don't know if you saw, in the meantime, yes, we can actually in the meantime discuss this news, actually. Did you see the news that came up today?
No, I didn't.
You didn't? You saw
I
it?
can.
You saw it, or you don't, or you didn't? No?
I kind of saw something, but not that deeply.
Not that deeply. Yeah, well, basically, they're saying that the US government is now confirming that they have in their possession, they have aliens. That they actually have aliens. So it's interesting, right? I think it's interesting that they have confirmed that they have UFOs and that they have aliens in under their possession, sort of, I think we could say. Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's what it's interesting. That's what they said, that they have aliens, and I don't know what's gonna happen. Maybe is the end, maybe it's not. But it's weird. It's weird, you know, like how are they actually confirming that they have aliens? Because the question is that what I have on the screen. Why do you think they're putting it out there, the like confirmation, you know? Like why are they saying that they have aliens? Like if they are putting it out there, I think it's because of something, you know, like maybe they're trying to do something else. I don't know. It's weird, right? But what do you think?
I honestly just kind of saw some tweets about it, so I don't have the whole information. But
Nice.
yeah, I agree with you in that sense that it is because of something that they have spoke about it.
Exactly. I totally agree with you in that sense, because yeah, I mean, it's weird, right? That they're actually saying or confirming that. I don't know. It's like, why would they confirm it? That means you have something, you have hidden something since a long time ago, you know, and now you're putting it out. I don't know. It's weird. But okay, just wanted to bring that up because I already were able to put the clock on the screen, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, here it is. Give me just a second because now this thing looks huge. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Yes. We're ready? Yes, I think we're ready. Timer. You see the timer on the screen now?
Yes.
Yeah, you do, right? Okay. So, who is gonna go first? Misael or Diana.
Diana?
Diana, I'm gonna
Okay.
go first. Okay, perfect. So, let me just play the timer. You are the team against. I will try to do it as big as I can so that people can actually see you. Yeah, people can see you at that size. Okay, so I'm gonna play start, and there you go. You can begin, Diana.
Okay. All right. Can I begin now or until the timer begins?
Yeah, the timer, I just resetted it. You can start now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Playing with genetically genetic therapy sometimes feel kind of like playing God nowadays, because first we don't have enough knowledge. We don't have like a sharpen tools in order to do that as we would like to. In the sense of theory, it sounds like a really good improvement on the medical field. Of course, it means, you know, like genetics have a lot to do with a lot of diseases, genetically speaking, or you know, diseases that we develop through the time. But you know, like we have around 3,000 millions of bases in our genomes. So in probabilities, there is a huge risk that first we will be targeting the wrong gene, or we are off targeting another genes. You know, like we can have an impact on one gene, but while we are fixing one problem, we are causing another one. And also we can do something that it's called mosaicism, that is that only certain copies of the gene are altered and not every copy of it. So we can have been fixing something, we can be you know, like not fixing anything, or we can fix something and mix another thing. That is a really huge risk, and it is not something that we can test 100% on a lab until it is on the subject as of now, as with the technologies we have now. So it's really a huge risk, and we have to question ourselves: is the risk enough to do it now, or are we messing things up? Another thing that I would really like to mention is the ethical concerns that it may carry, because it's obviously it's not going to be for free. Only 73% of people in Mexico, at least, have access to healthcare system. So it obviously isn't going to be for free, and the rare the sickness is, the most high the value is going to be. So we can just I think it would be more valuable to spend that time fixing our health systems instead of playing with tools we don't have developed yet.
Okay, very good. Thank you. That's actually good. Actually, yes, okay. Someone on YouTube just asked, what about the long-term consequences? Okay, that's an interesting question, yes. Okay, so now it's my turn. This is gonna be interesting because obviously I don't have data to back what I'm gonna say, and that's concerning. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to go with the flow, because remember, the purpose of this is to see how to handle a situation like this, right? Imagine you are in a meeting, imagine you are in front of, I don't know how many people you would like to say, and you don't know what to say, you know, and that's the idea. So I'm just gonna start talking about the topic. I'm gonna take my 3 minutes and I'm gonna try to articulate the best arguments that I can about this, defending obviously the position. So Um, Oh, and just like a parenthesis. Right now is the first round, so the first round is just giving like our arguments. The second round we can counter argument like the opposite, And after the breakout room session, we can definitely go and generate the question. Okay. So okay. Well, as the topic says, genetically modify humans or other organisms for medical purposes, such as eliminating hereditary diseases or enhancing desired traits. I want to put a question to the table, right? How many health issues your family members have right now? I don't know. Just putting onto the table, how many diabetes, how many cancer, how many diseases that come from generations before us have arisen in our family members, causing issues to them, health problems, and that arises a lot of different things into our community and our personal situation, because when a closer family member gets into the hospital, what happens? There's a lot of expenses, there's a lot of situations. So imagine that, and let me put a perspective. My grandmother died from Alzheimer at the age of 80. Imagine that she could have accessed or go to a clinic where they could find out that the Alzheimer that she has was actually hereditary, and that just by modifying a simple gene, she could actually get rid of Alzheimer. How happy that would be to my family, how happy would that be to everyone around her, knowing that she could be fine just by removing that gene from her, So that is just a simple story example of the huge benefits that modifying humans can bring us, And I'm not gonna deny that we have implications, of course, but that is why every country has a government, every country has policies, every country has controls into certain things, When the governments have placed into discussion certain difficult topics, for example, right now, if certain countries are debating into approve or legalize marijuana, for example, I think those topics are something that has to be discussed from different perspectives, and the same would have to be from the genetically modified humans and organisms, because in that sense I think there are more the benefits if we do it in a controlled, proper way, rather than just negating and saying that we shouldn't do it for whatever reason you want to mention. If it's religions, if it's ethical, I think the benefits that we can bring are more than the downsides that we could have. That's the end of my round. Misael, now your turn. Your arguments, please. You can start
Yes.
now.
Yes, well, first of all, I agree with Anna, and I would like to add some of my comments from my perspective. As she said, first of all, this big change for humanity wouldn't be fair, because not all people will have access to this kind of um, solutions for a better life. So I think that also it will depend in who is in charge of this project, because history has shown that when something good is in bad hands, at the end of the day, or at the end of the project, uh, always there are an interest that don't let the main goal to be as it was built. So also I think that there is a lot of risk in trying to put or modify some part of the body of some people. uh, I know that the goal here is to create a better life, to create a better quality of life, but there is not enough facts about if it could work or not. So in the meantime, the years pass, and through the years, maybe this, instead of be a solution, would be a problem and could create, instead of better quality of life, are bad quality of life. So I think that there is not facts. I think that there wouldn't be fair for people in general, and I think that we have a bigger problem, that is the lack of food in the world. So if the the big people in the world, the power people, has not been able to solutionate the lack of food, how they can start to think about this kind of solution for other problems.
Okay, very good. So you actually had 18 seconds left because I think it froze.
Okay.
I think it froze
Yes.
because I minimized the screen, but it's fine. Okay, perfect. Okay, so first round has ended, and now since you are like two on the team, I will let you go, Diana, go first before I do mine. Okay. So now you can either bring more arguments or counter arguments to anything from what I've said. Okay. Again, 3 minutes, and you can start now.
We'll make emphasis in the fact that we can be for sure that we will have success at targeting a specific gene and just eliminating a specific disease, because genes are more complex than this gene is for that specific thing. Genes tend to interact with each other, and they do tend no they do as a fact, they do mute like every day. We it doesn't always have to be bad. Mute is an equal to be a bad thing or a disease. Genes mute every single time, and it doesn't depend on your family all the time. It also depends on the environmental, the food. That is an important topic that Misael mentioned, because we can depend on gene therapy while we can attack a lot of things from different point of views. I think it would be best, as I said, to also put attention on other topics. And speaking of also attention, there are two different type of gene therapies. One is the germline, and another one is the basal. I think, well, the germline doesn't just affect yourself; it also affects your the sperm and the eggs. So it is passed to other generations. So as someone said in the comments, we don't know the long terms of this sort of genetic therapy, and it could be fatal. And one other thing you said is that there are regulations, but with these regulations as they are now, there was actually like 4 years ago, I think 5 years ago, 5 years ago actually, one scientist that did an experiment on two twins to prevent them from having HIV, because there was certain gene that was needed in order to make the virus attack to the blood, to the white blood cells. And it went really terrible because he didn't make the mutation he wanted to do. Instead, he created another one that he didn't know which impact he would have. It can be an impact in some years or decades. We don't know about that. So there is a risk, as I said.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so now it will be the turn of the team in favor to continue. Okay, so I think you both have put onto perspective very important topics, right? About the risks, about other important issues that maybe should have been or should be solved first before thinking on enhancing this. But we need to think on the human race in the future, as Elon Musk says, and he wants to see the human race thrive, and visit other planets and all of that. And obviously we need to look down Earth and say, hey, what are the main problems that we have worldwide, and we should first fix that. But I think one of the biggest issues that we as a humanity have is basically the diseases, and things that have passed through generations that affect us nowadays. And probably we're basically, I think we're narrowing it to just maybe physical diseases, or things that actually affect our organs or something like that. But we're not thinking on the mental things, Imagine that by also enhancing certain characteristics of the humans, we could actually improve those things faster. For example, the lack of food, as you said, Misa, like, okay, there are issues of countries or people or this percentage of population not having access to food and all of that. How are we going to focus on enhancing this? Yeah, but what about if in 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, depending on the shorter term, if we start enhancing humans by genetically modifying them, we could actually do things faster, I can totally agree with you, Diana, in the sense that everything can go wrong from this, but that's what science is for, to do those tests, to check on that. And unfortunately, I will have to step back on the technicalities of bio things, because you definitely are way ahead of my knowledge in that sense. But I just want to leave the door open into the sense of why shouldn't we do it, Why are we going to be just against it if there are plenty of benefits that we can find and come through this, So that's basically the thoughts that I want to leave there. I think, Misael, it will be your turn just to finish the second round. And after this, we will just pass on to the questionings, okay?
Okay, I think that behind of all of this um, are a good intention, but as I say, depending on who is in charge of this, I think that the result will be good or bad, and if we as a human uh, race, we don't know who is in charge of this or who will be in charge of this. I think that there is a lot of risk, and also I think that the governments are not clear about these things. They could just put a face in the TV. He's in charge of this, but the reality could be very different. I think that the origin of all of this is to improve the life of people, create better quality of life, heal diseases. But I think that we as a human race, we have always chose the easiest way to find a solution for the problems of the people, um, because what what could happen if we take the way that is necessary to take, that is not the easiest one but the correct one? Why, if we as a humanity start to eat correctly the right food and stop of eat bad food or junk food, I think that a lot of a lot of disease that that could be put in our childs, in the future childs that will come to the world, could be much less than what people is having right now. So I think that this is what is happening. I think that the governments or the scientists are taking the shortest way to fixing a problem that is that not always that, but sometimes depend on us to fix. And I think that this is what scientists and medicals and even the age that we are living are doing to try to bring um, to bring solutions to problems that at least we could try to fix for by ourselves. And well, that is my that's my argument.
Okay, very good. I think I will just close it up here. I will not continue with another round because obviously we need to close this up. But I just want you, both of you, to generate a question to the in favor team. Like, what is the question you both will generate to the team in favor? You know, what is the idea that you will say, hey, you know what, you should think about it? What is the question you would tell that people that say, hey, yeah, let's go for the genetically modifying humans and all of that?
Yeah, from my perspective, at what cost we are society are willing to make this happen.
Okay, at what cost to the society we're willing to make this happen? Okay, sounds good. Diana, your question?
I would say that how can we demonstrate that doing this, like an editing of a gene, just affect one single thing?
Okay.
In which range of error in which range of error would we have?
Okay, good. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, good. I like that. I like what you say. I like how you propose it, and honestly, I think it's valid. You know. So, any comments you want to close? Well, you already put the question, but any other comment you want to do as just to be the team against before we break character of the debate?
Not from my side.
Not from your side, Diana?
For mine, I think we didn't really spoke about the enhancement thing, but it could bring a lot of discrimination, you know? If people would say like, oh yeah, I have the tools to change, I don't know, my skin, the color of my skin, because I want to be blonde, you know, or, well, not blonde because that's a hair color, but
Exactly.
to be white, that would be, I don't know, like it would bring a lot of discrimination that we already have. So I think we have like other things that discuss, regulations to make, tests to do. It's a long way to go, honestly. This sort of thing that we are actually seeing these days, because there isn't like super futuristic thing,
Yeah.
but it isn't as we would like to. Like, it isn't as simple as we would have liked to.
That's actually true. So yeah, so the debate ends here. Obviously, I'm gonna break character of the in favor because yes, I think defending this is pretty difficult. And what I loved about your defending side, Diana, of the being against is there's a lot of technicality that we don't know, you know. And as you mentioned at the beginning, you studied it's what is the name? Biotechnology, bio. what is the name?
Biomedical engineering.
Biomedical engineering. So I think it's hugely related with a little bit with this. And what you said about the genes, that they're constantly changing, all of that. Wow, that's definitely incredible. I think from the perspective of the topic, there are a lot of benefits, but there are also a lot of downsides. And I think we need to put that into perspective, because, and as you said, we didn't even talk about the enhancing traits, because, yeah, imagine that you go to a clinic, you pay 300,000 pesos, and the woman that is pregnant can get to choose, oh, my son is going to be like this height, this hair color, this skin color. Like, whoa, imagine the amount of like inequalities or all of those things that would come up because of that. If right now we're living a huge problems of racism and all of that, now imagine having that. And the problem is that who's going to have access to it? The people with money, that's the most difficult thing about it, that it's going to cause a lot of different things. And especially because who is going to control this? Again, the pharmaceuticals that are against, that are already like in charge of different things. I don't know. It's a very complicated topic. That's why I love to put these topics on discussion. I know they're complicated. They're not simple. They're topics to like elaborate, and think a lot about them. So I think it's complicated, but I want to finally listen to you, Misael. Anything else you might want to say about it? What do you truly think about it? Do you actually were against or in favor about the topic? I didn't know your real stance. I know Diana's was already like she wanted to be against, and she got that position. But you?
Yes, from my perspective, I think that I am in favor. In spite that I say that don't take the short way. I think that it's necessary and it's part of the evolution of humanity. There is a lot of risk, of course. I didn't bring scientific facts, but I think that I rather to talk about the ethical point. But my real point is I am in favor.
You're in favor. Wow. Okay. You actually defended it very well. It sounded like you actually were like against, because you defended from a very good perspective. And it's not that I'm against personally, but I'm in the middle. I do see both things. There are a lot of implications. It's basically summarizing it with the phrase, the society is not ready for this. We're not socially, culturally, knowledgeably ready for this. Like, we would have to do it sort of in steps, similar to what's going on with the artificial intelligence. It's funny how AI came out and everything, and now everyone is using it and all of that. And now, or well, a couple of months ago, the owners or the people in charge of this wanted to say, hey, you know what, we should stop all the research and all the analysis of the AI, because it seems like it's going to be pretty hectic. And so you're now telling me that we should step back. So it's the same thing with this, like if it actually were to I don't know, like analyzing it or putting it out, I think we are not ready for that. I think it's something that would definitely mean a huge analysis from different perspectives, from different situations. I don't know. It's just something that it's gonna be really, really difficult, But I think it was a good topic. I appreciate you guys honestly joining. I know it was faster than previous and than other situations, than like previous editions. The problem, of course, is because we were less people than before. But I honestly appreciate a lot you being here. I hope you felt nervous. I hope you felt like with nervousness of knowing what to say, not knowing what to say, because honestly, that's the most important thing for me. That's the idea of doing these exercises, And it's funny, on YouTube they're saying that like humanity will never be ready for, or will never be prepared for this. I don't know. Probably it's gonna take us very, very long to actually be ready for something like this, you know, and that's something that we should definitely think about. But remember that the purpose of this is for you to actually feel nervous, for you to actually face something that you've never faced before, and to be ready for any communication encounter that you may have. Obviously, you're going to receive an analysis of this. You're going to receive a diploma as in the previous versions. But I hope you enjoyed it. I honestly thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I will see you both on your next sessions. Take care, and if there's nothing else you might want to say, I think that will be it for today. But if you want to say something, go ahead. I'm all ears.
Not from my side. Everything is good. Everything is good. Thank you, Pablo. Nice to meet you again, Diana. And yes, let us soon.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you too, Misael. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Yes, that's
You're welcome.
that's the most important. That's the most important thing, what we sharing here. So okay, so thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Take care, and see you on your next session.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. And all people watching us, thank you so much. I appreciate you for joining, and I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any questions, please leave them here. And thank you.